Granite United Way serves over 500,000 residents in New Hampshire and Vermont and is committed to investing in the area of the community with the most critical needs: education, income, and health. I'm Jenny Johnson for Comcast Newsmakers. At the New Hampshire Institute of Politics at St. Anselm College, Patrick Tufts, President and CEO of Granite United Way, joins me. Welcome to the program, Patrick.
Thanks for having me, Jenny.
Great to have you here. So now your organization was formed through the merger of 5 smaller independent United Ways. Why did you guys decide to do this?
After 125 years and a lot of success with the United Way, we realized that we needed to change our model. We were modeled after World War I, World War II, historic community chest United Ways, and we needed to be more nimble. We needed to think about the costs associated with our work, and we knew that we'd be stronger together than we were working separately.
So you mentioned community chest. So can you explain the mission of the United Way today and what makes it different than it was years ago?
Well, we still have the same mission. It's to engage the caring power of our communities, but how we do it is much more directive than the way we've done it in the past. The community chest model was people give to the United Way, we give to every charity in the community. Now we're much more strategic, aligned on education, income, and health, working with lesser programs, but to make sure that we have the outcomes that we need to see in order to use our donors' money effectively.
Give me some specifics when it comes to sort of education and income and health.
Yep. We would have always funded, and we continue to fund great programs like the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, the YWCA, but we've started to look inward now, and we're starting to say, where do the kids spend the majority of their time? At school. What are we concerned about? Helping kids with their education and their literacy. Our children are not doing as well in 4th grade reading as they had generations before. We're now partnering with school systems and those agencies I mentioned to help kids improve those reading scores and improve their lives.
So working with schools, working with these children, who decides what you invest, for both the volunteers and the monetary resources?
This is the greatest part of United Way. I have no decision making in where the money goes. We have volunteers at every one of our 5 regional communities. They volunteer thousands of hours of time. They vet all the programs. They strategically look at where we can get the best bang for our buck, and they make the decision.
Okay, so now the Granite United Way obviously works under the United Way national worldwide organization umbrella. So how do you explain the relationship? Do you work together?
We're a membership organization, but we are an autonomous not-for-profit. There's 1,200 United Ways across the country. Each one of us is completely independent. We belong in membership to the United Way Worldwide, which raises and invests $5 billion a year. What that allows us to do is to use the brand, benefit on research, and really share best practices with our peers all across the world.
So do you guys get together and sort of share marketing strategies and stories at all?
We just had 3,000 of us get together in Nashville 2 weeks ago, and we had a blast.
I can imagine. So let's talk about, today's economy. Obviously, there's struggles. But so here in the Granite State, how have you what specifically have you been able to do to implement things here in the Granite State?
Well, we've done what we've always done, and we've done it better. By merging, we've brought the best talent that the 5 United Ways had, combined it into one organization, the best volunteers. We had about an 8% increase in revenue in our first year and a 6% reduction in our cost of doing business. That money went right out to our community. Now we're starting to look at where we want to go over the next 3 or 4 years. How do we do this even better? Things like literacy, things like putting money back in people's pockets through VITA and earned income tax credits, creating new partnerships with organizations who have a like mind. That really is where we're going to achieve great things.
That's wonderful. Now, people obviously in the community want to get involved, so give some ideas about how they can get involved with Granite United Way.
Hey, there's a traditional I gave at the office. If a United Way pledge card is presented to you at work or at home, we ask you to consider making a gift. If you want to get more involved, please consider volunteering. We actually leverage volunteers as much or more than we do the money that we raise. You want to make the decisions on your community, get involved.
Wonderful, and I know your website has all of the ways to do that. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure chatting with you today.
Thank you, Jenny. Take care.
Thank you for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Jenny Johnson.